I had spent 30 years working in telecommunications. On paper, it looked like I probably had a stable career, but that wasn't how it felt. During those 3 decades, I held more than 20 different positions. But every time the phone rang, I wondered if it was going to be that call, telling me my job had moved and I was expected to follow it, or worse yet, had been eliminated. That uncertainty weighed on me for years. What I was really searching for wasn't just another job. I was looking for security. I wanted confidence. I wanted the freedom to stop worrying about whether I could continue providing for my family. More than anything, I wanted an exit strategy that would give me control over my future instead of letting someone else decide it for me. Like a lot of people, I had believed life insurance was simply something your family received after you passed away. I had no idea there were financial tools available that could help you while you were still living. That belief kept me from exploring opportunities that could have helped me build wealth, create financial, and gain the peace of mind I was searching for. The truth is, I didn't know what I didn't know. Everything changed when I met a man who eventually became one of my most trusted mentors in this. He introduced me to Indexed Universal Life, or IUL, in a way that no one ever had before. What caught my attention wasn't a sales presentation, it was his personal experience. He had IUL policies on all of his family members, on himself, even on several of his business partners. Then he shared something that completely changed how I viewed life insurance. He explained that he had accessed the cash value for one of his policies to purchase a $9.5 million building. He received the money in about 4 days, and today that property generates approximately $200,000 per month in cash flow. That wasn't just theory. That was someone using a life insurance policy as a financial tool while they were still alive. Then I learned from a friend who was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Because of the living benefits built into his policy, he received a tax-free check for $508,000 that he could use however he needed. His policy stayed in force with only an adjustment to the death benefit and premium. At that moment, my entire perspective changed. I realized life insurance wasn't just about leaving money behind after you're gone. It could also provide financial resources while you're living. That conversation inspired me to learn everything I could. After that conversation, I immersed myself in learning. I attended seminars and webinars. I read every book I could get my hands on. Some of the books that made the biggest impact on me were The Power of Zero, The Retirement Miracle, The Financial Pocket Knife, and one of my personal favorites, Money, Wealth, and Life Insurance. Every book, every seminar, every conversation reinforced what I was beginning to understand. IUL wasn't simply a death benefit. It could provide cash value accumulation, supplemental retirement income, financial flexibility, living benefits, and a way to create greater financial confidence. The more I learned, the more convinced I became that this was information more people deserved to hear. It wasn't long before I had partnered with my trusted advisor and started my own journey towards well policies. However, I was declined. Declined for what? The medical underwriting had discovered an undiagnosed medical issue. It wasn't life-threatening, and I'm taking steps to fix it. I'm working on getting one for myself so that I have another source of financial security to supplement retirement. I know I'm building something that I can leave to my loved ones, while also knowing that I have living benefits available should I ever face a serious illness such as cancer, heart attack, or stroke. For me, the transformation wasn't only financial, it was emotional. Instead of feeling trapped by uncertainty, I felt like I had a strategy. Instead of wondering what would happen if life threw me a curveball, I knew I had options. Instead of believing life insurance was only something that benefited my family after I was gone, I now understand it can also help provide financial resources during my lifetime. That shift in thinking changed everything. If you're like I was, you probably think life insurance is simply there to pay a death benefit to your beneficiaries, or that it's more expensive than it actually is. That's exactly what I believed for most of my life. I had no idea it could also provide growing cash value, help supplement retirement, create liquidity for opportunities, and include living benefits that could provide tax-free funds during certain serious health events. I'm sharing my story today because I know what it's like to feel financially uncertain and believe there aren't many options. Sometimes all it takes is one conversation to completely change your perspective. If my story sounds anything like yours, I'd love to have a conversation with you. No pressure, just an opportunity to show you what I wish someone had shown me years ago so that you can decide whether an IUL strategy makes sense for your financial future. Comment ready below, and let's start that conversation.